but you guys are riled up against the rat, that Scuddies, chit 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 chit. And I mean, I've been telling you for seasons about this damn rat. She don't like me, and there's no love lost with her, which is really stupid. Like, shouldn't you have just stayed on my good side, rat? Like way back when you interviewed here, like, don't you need all the people on your side that you can get? I mean, my job ain't in jeopardy, girl, but hers isn't either. I mean, I hate to say it. I hate to say it. Everyone's coming back to the OC. I mean, there is this rumor, yes, that first of all, there's a rumor that Alexis wants to return to clear her name. I bet she does. And Jim Bellino has revealed on Sarah Fraser's podcast that he does not, he's given the advice that Alexis should not come back as a friend of. I'm not so sure that I disagree with that. I mean, I think it would be great to see Alexis's life and the kids and have scenes with her and John. She's getting married. She has a storyline. Let's see the marriage on TV. I think not only is Alexis coming back, I think she might be upgraded. I have read all of the things. And again, no offense to anyone, this is where you guys lose sight of things because you get in your feelings and you predict things, but you got to step outside your feelings. So I think when people say Alexis is not coming back, you can hate her, you cannot like her. That's fine. But she is going to come back. And there is this thing going around that Alexis's job is in jeopardy because nobody wants to film with her, and her and Shannon won't film any scenes together. Well, that is true, and that doesn't work. So there's the one caveat. It did not work with Tom and Ariana. I mean, it did, but now we're doing one final season of Vanderpump Rules, and it did not work with Teresa and Melissa. So it won't work. But I also don't, I mean, it's not, I mean, Heather will film with Alexis. Heather will speak up, and Tamara will film with Alexis. So two major people here will actually film with Alexis. So yeah, I don't think Shannon's that dumb. Like Shannon wants the job. So I say it's all bullshit. Alexis will be back. I think everybody will be back. I even think Katie will be back. Look, it's really hard. Look at Jennifer Badantry between season one and now. It's really hard to go from one season to the second season is when you break out. So I even think Katie will be back. I hate to break it to everyone. Let's ask Jimmy Bellino on the live show. Buy your tickets. Come ask him. I mean, Sarah's new best friend is Jimmy Bellino, and I'm really good friends with Elizabeth Vargas. So I have not called Elizabeth. But let's ask, yeah, we know that this is not real, but how did it get out there? I have my own thoughts, but I'm gonna keep them to myself and to the live show. Because it's not great, but I have some thoughts on how this got out there that they were dating. Bellino also revealed on Sarah's show that he thinks Miss Bellino that Johnny J should sign a prenup, not the other way around. What does Johnny J do? Nobody knows, and we want to know. So Bellino, Jim, is saying that Alexis has more money than him and that he should sign the prenup, not the other way around. Gosh. A lot of people are upset that the cast trip is in North Carolina. You know what's so funny is that my friend lives in North Carolina right near where this trip was and was texting me the whole time they were doing this trip. And I'm like, girlfriend, if you're not getting me boots on the ground information, why are you texting me? I know you're looking at the girls from afar. Okay, whatever. There you go. So I think Alexis will be back. I do think that maybe she will be upgraded. I think she should be upgraded. The Rat will film with her. Heather will film with her. You guys are outraged. I haven't seen this much outrage. Since Teresa versus Melissa and Melissa Zolnose, we will have Melissa Zolnose back. Eddie has come out and said that he is madly in love with his wife, Tamara, that's Scuddies, that never, he says never when it comes to divorce, never say never. Again, Lisa Rinna and Harry Hamlin, Lisa Vanderpump and Ken Todd, Kara Sedgwick and Kevin Bacon. Those are the three couples that if they got divorced, I would be shocked. I had a fourth, but I can't even remember what my fourth was. Kurt and Goldie. If Kurt and Goldie break up, I know they're not married. Those are the four. Those are the only four. Everyone else, nothing shocks me. So never say never, Eddie. I can see it, but he says he'll stand by Tamra. And good for them. I don't wish harm to anyone. And they seem to have a strong marriage. And he says he will always support Tamra. He knows the real Tamra, not the Tamra not TV show Tamra that has been negatively edited. And he's madly in love with his wife. He's gotten a bad edit, an adverse edit. Tamra doubles down that she's gotten a bad edit this season. You know how this works, Tamra. Just take your licks and keep on ticking. Um, Alexis is all in her feelings over this. Shannon revealed, and we're still talking about this a week later. Shannon revealed the text where Alexis was involved. Alexis has said I had nothing to do with the lawsuit. So Shannon, on the last episode, and then it spilled over into this past week, shared a text from Alexis. There's a text from Alexis to Shannon that was shared. Shannon, everything you and Tamara have said in the media. This is at the time that Jim Bellino sued. Shannon, everything you and Tamara have said in the media since the divorce are lies. We have engaged an attorney and will be suing you and Tamara for slander and defamation. Your insensitive and false accusations come at a very difficult time for our family. When you divorced, Jim and I left you alone and never said a negative thing in the media regarding you two. Just know that anything that you or Tamara say from here on out will be included in the lawsuit. You will be hearing from our attorney tomorrow. Now, Shannon thinks this is a smoking gun. Gina Kirschenheiter fell to her knees, put on her knee pads. She blew Shannon. She gave Shannon some oral sex. Gina Kirschenheiter, and they thought they had the smoking gun. This proves Alexis was involved in the lawsuit. Well, Miss Bellino does not feel the same way and says, I am not a liar. And she says, yes, I remember that text. I've read the text. I've sent the text. Everything you say is correct. But my point in sending the text was to stop the lawsuit. It was basically to say, beware, we're about to sue you. Just stop talking. I mean, nobody wants to sue anybody. So sometimes you do kind of threaten and say, let's stop this, stop talking about me. And that she didn't have anything to do with the lawsuit, that she was basically trying to diffuse the situation. Does it really necessarily matter? I mean, I'm not just pro Alexis. I'm really not Team Shannon or Team Alexis the same way I'm not Team Teresa or Team Melissa. Does it even matter? Apparently, at the reunion, we're going to find out. And our psychic Robin says that in November, something major is going to happen. And between the friendship of Shannon and Tamara, and now there's these rumors that they reconcile. Psychic Robin was right. But I don't know. Can they ice out one person like they did Candace? I don't know. I think everyone's going to be back. I think it's a great season of the OC. And yeah, I think that's really all that's happening. Loving pedantry. She found her voice. You guys seem to love the fact that Jennifer, but she ain't afraid of no Tamara. And that's a good housewife. She's not afraid. She came after Ryan, which, listen, it is true. If someone were investigating Eddie, the rat that fucking scurries, we know her name is Tamara Sue Waddle. I never Googled it before, but that is her maiden name. She also waddles, waddle, 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 waddle. I've never met a rat that scurries and waddle. No Gouda because her eyes are beady and she has I have never actually seen the rat misbehave this much uh, before. That's it. And by the way, I don't think Vicky's going to be back next season. It's nothing. It's not that I don't like Vicky. It's just that we used Vicky to get to Tamra this season and to support Shannon, and that storyline is over. Look, things are going to evolve next season. I don't think we need Vicky. I think it's over. She can keep talking about it on her struggling podcast. And I do think Alexis will be back. And I don't blame Jem Pedantry for going after Tamara. And God forbid someone went after Eddie. Miss Judge would go psychotic. And Heather, come on, girl. I love you, but open your fucking eyes. Stop supporting the rat that scurries. Oh, you know what I also want to, I was just going to pause there and say, let's do New York. You know what I want to talk about before we do New York? I want to talk about this big news from Andy Cohen. He has revealed his, God knows, we never have time for Salt Lake these days anymore. He's revealed his top five guests he was most nervous to have on Watch What Happens. I really want to do a top five of who I was most nervous to have on this podcast. Number five, Shaq, because he said he was so nervous to ask Shaq, how big is your cock? And thought he would like, chicken out, but he did ask Shaq, how big is your cock? Number four, Mama Elsa, because she doesn't fly and they had to drive her all the way up from Miami. And wanted to make sure she was okay. Number three, Mariah Carey. They had to switch seats, so Mariah was on her good side. I mean, that doesn't, shock any of us. I'd be nervous for Mariah also. Number two, Miriam Cosby, because we never know what type of, we never know what Miriam Cosby we're going to get. And number one, Oprah, which makes sense. But where is Meryl Streep, the best actress almost of any generation? I think the best actress that's ever existed. You weren't nervous for Meryl. And by the way, where is Cher on this list? Okay. I've met Cher four times. I broke down sobbing the third time. She said to me, I don't understand. We've met twice already. Like, shouldn't you have cried the first time? Sobbing. I just had a moment of like, what is my life? And I'm hanging out with Cher at this moment. Gotta check out her new book. She did a mini book tour. I love Cher. And will Madonna ever go on Watch What Happens? I don't think so. Then Nancy